Atlanta United Fan TV 2-0 loss to Chicago Fire. Atlanta United play without a DP for the third match in a row, and it went as about as expected without that. What were your thoughts on the match?
Arthur Blank's having a terrible birthday today. That's my thoughts. It
Indeed,
was a
he
rough
is.
game. It was a rough game. The momentum was completely gone from what we had the other day. I was curious, and if they were going to be able to be able to push as much as they did last Wednesday, but we didn't see it. I was really hoping, for a Barco in this game, and I heard he was practicing yesterday. Really disappointing not to see him out there today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's speculation. It is rife indeed right now on what the situation is. What are your beliefs on if he injured? Is he vying for a move? Something else going on? What do you think?
I saw a tweet today that he's only played in about, I think, 65% of the games since he's been a player on this team, and it's frustrating. And you know, it was just a knock. What, 4 weeks ago, and that he was going to be back, and he comes, plays a little bit, and then he's out again, and this is just beyond frustrating with him. We were really hoping that he would be the guy this year, and then even when Joseph went down, that he was going to have that expanded role. But it's just constantly in and out of the lineup in a league where you can only have three DPs and you're very limited on your budget. Can't have a guy that's only playing 68% of your games, on your roster.
Yeah, definitely. No, it hamstrings a lot of teams for sure when one DP goes down. But we essentially have all three not on the team right now, and on a team that's already struggling and lacking a little bit of confidence, lacking quality. It's it could get uglier, and it really is. But in this match, I mean, do you think we were ever really in this match? Did we? I mean, we had a few chances, and maybe we were unlucky.
Yeah, John, he had a couple great shots, just unlucky, and a few of them. And Morani had a nice shot. I mean, there were some opportunities created, especially in that second half of the 20 to the 45-minute mark. We had some opportunities, but we just couldn't put them in. It's been rough. I was shocked that they took John out. I kept seeing Wolf, but again, it goes back to, is this a developmental team? I mean, we're having, I know it's slim pickings right now with all the guys that didn't dress. Well, Rosetto, Dom, Barco, Robinson. I mean, when you don't have those four guys, it's definitely very difficult to be able to put something together. And then you can't even really go to your bench for a lot of momentum. So it's just frustrating in general.
For sure.
This season can't end soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ask, do you see us improving on this? I mean, is it only just gonna be a slide, and we're just gonna see how far this downhill can go? Or, I mean, obviously we have a DP coming in. There's some feel good maybe in that, and also the kind of things going in around him as he bought his mom and dad a house over the weekend. I mean, obviously there's maybe some glimmers in the horizon, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great story. Seeing that really brightened my day up after the Falcons game. But you know, I I see the Red Bulls have already hired a coach, or they're close to signing somebody. We haven't even heard a rumor. I have heard zero rumors about anybody coming in, and that is starting to worry me. I was hoping that maybe we can get someone in, get a few games in with the new coach, try to establish what we want, and then move on from there. Because I felt like after Tata left, there was just such a short time with DeBoer that we figured it out on the fly. And I was hoping that we'd at least have some games together with these guys, and he could figure out who he wants. But we're running out of time. I mean, we don't have that many games left, and we don't have a coach. I mean, even if Marino comes in and does well, who knows what the new style is going to be when it comes in? I think this is just going to be keep going downhill until we get that new coach in place.
Yeah, and rumor is though that uh we might be waiting until 2021 to actually announce that head coach, and Stephen Glass is the interim for the rest of the season. I mean, obviously with what you just said, I mean, you obviously want to see some sort of integration earlier so that there is at least some familiarity between some of the squad. But do you think, I mean, who, I mean, maybe not specifically, but, percentage of the team really is going to maybe be on the squad in 2021?
Uh, that's a lot of these bench, the guys that are continuous on the bench. I don't know if a lot of them are going to be back, but there was a lot of hope for specifically Rosetto and Castro. So those two I'm very curious about is can whoever's coming in make those guys good. I mean, they've had their play, and Rosetto I think has had some good times. Castro, I was expecting a little bit more out of him. I really haven't seen anything I've liked out of him. Um, so I could definitely see this team having a huge turnover. And I know that they said that they weren't going to bring in a new coach, but not bringing a new coach is fine. But I'm worried that we're not even hearing anything about it. And it's 2020. We hear everything. If they've even just looked at a coach, we hear about it. And I know that COVID has messed things up a little bit, but just zero rumors. It's weird, especially for this team. We're usually involved in every single rumor of every player, even though most of it's bogus. We haven't heard I haven't heard a peep out of this. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe it's a big surprise. Maybe they've got them lined up and they're just keeping it quiet. But they've got to get it right this time. They got to get quite a few things. And if we're moving Barco out, which is a possibility, that's going to be another DP that hopefully they actually take that manager and have him, pick out the guy that he actually wants. And hopefully there's somebody secretly in the background, making these moves, maybe made the Moreno move and we just don't know about it. But I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, well, definitely, hopefully. Last thoughts and hope for DC United over the weekend.
They're two terrible teams right now, so it should be interesting. And if Barco's really day to day, as they say, then it's a perfect time to get him in there. And they're struggling, I think, worse than we are. I don't even think Gressel got the start today. He started on the bench, so it could be a very interesting game. Two bad teams that maybe we just have a high scoring thriller. But that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, we just we want to see some goals hit the back of the net, and I think that's just point blank. That's good enough for now, and we can build on that. But all right, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.